Crossroads is a service that's delivered by the charity Humankind, and it is a service for women to help prevent them from entering into the criminal justice system or to divert them away and reduce reoffending.
An out-of-court disposal is a way of dealing with a criminal offence away from the court system.
Quite often, the women that are brought into the police station have a lot of underlying issues which are not necessarily their fault, and if they were to be charged, that could have massive impact on, the daily life. It could affect the future employment, it could have an impact with the children. So they get referred to us as an alternative, and the real purpose of that is not to charge somebody but to look at what the underlying issues are. When somebody gets referred to us, we generally say that we'll work with them for up to 4 months, and that's the contractual side of the out-of-court disposal. Moving on from that, and on the back of the assessment, we then offer continued support, so it might address other areas in the life as well. We look at mental health, we look at emotional health, physical health, we look at housing, finances, education, skills and employment. We are non-judgmental, we are there to support. I might go along to an appointment with somebody, a GP appointment, introduce them to a community group, or I might work in their own home. We do a lot around understanding how thoughts impact on emotions and affect behaviours. We do interventions around self-esteem and self-care, managing emotions and being able to control anger. We are linked to an alcohol and drug misuse service.
I think it's important that we've got Crossroads to really look into why people offend. Giving someone a fine potentially for an offence they've committed and admitted probably just causes them more problems.
There are some amazing outcomes. For example, I was working with a lady who was in the middle of applying for a job where you needed a DBS, and this one incident could have prevented her from doing the work that she wanted to do.
We don't like to see the same person coming into custody time after time, and Crossroads, with intensive intervention and having a key worker to support people through various aspects of their lives, is really beneficial and reduces the chances of them going through that spiral of coming through police custody time after time.
They don't have to be in trouble with the police. They could just feel as though they are struggling and going down the wrong path. So somebody might need support in the areas that we support, and they can enter into the service as well.
North Yorkshire Police think Crossroads are brilliant. I think if you asked anyone why did you join the police, they've joined to help people. We don't just help victims of crime, we deal with offenders, we deal with people with complex needs.
What you see on paper is not what you get when you work with the person. It's really nice to see the positive outcomes, and the feedback that we get is amazing.
He gave me some doctors' addresses close to me, so I've registered. I'm just waiting for my first appointment. You referring me to mental health. I've actually got an appointment next week. I've only waited 2 weeks for this.
Yeah.
So it's all going in the right direction. Yeah, I've had a couple of relapses, but nowhere near like...
You've had a couple of lapses, not relapses, a couple of lapses. Yeah.
But I've not been in trouble or anything. Or
no. Who would have thought 3 months ago that you'd be sat in your own flat?
I know.
So it's
eating
amazing
healthy,
outcome, isn't it? Eating healthy.
Join the gym. Got all the services
You've
set
got
up. There was only 2 possible outcomes: jail or death for me.
But if you've been affected by a crime and need support, you can always contact our Supporting Victims team at any time.